Starting today with the Chinese press and the international papers continuing to cover that deadly car crash in Tiananmen Square on Monday, aren't they, Flo?
That's right. What's interesting is originally China Daily called this incident an accident, but if we take a look at the front page today, they're saying that the Tiananmen Jeep crash was a terror attack, and China Daily says that it was carried out by extremists from the Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region. Now, according to authorities quoted in China Daily today, this was obviously a suicide attack carried out by a man, his wife, and his mother, because according to the evidence that Chinese police have seen, they set themselves on fire after crashing into this crowd and killing two tourists. Now, China Daily in their editorial says that this incident indicates that extremists are spreading outside of Xinjiang. According to this article, terrorism is seeking to strike at the very heart of the nation in a bid to undermine the country's stability. But do keep in mind that China Daily is the official mouthpiece of the Chinese government.
Yeah, indeed it is. Now, another story, a Hollywood-themed cartoon. It's Cartoon Day here on the press release. An international New York Times poking fun at the US government.
That's right. It's Halloween-themed, actually.
Halloween-themed and cartoon-themed.
That's right. Now, this month's shutdown in the US proved just how divided the government is. And here you can see two witches that are flying over Washington, planning to wreak chaos, discord, and anarchy. But they say that they're facing very tough competition from the government.
Interestingly put. Staying in the US, more revelations about the NSA spying program.
That's right. Another day, another revelation. This time it's in the Washington Post. Now, it points out that as part of the court-approved PRISM spying program, the NSA demanded that Google and Yahoo hand over users' data. But according to this article, that's not the beginning of the juicy part. According to this article, at the very same time, the NSA was secretly intercepting far greater quantities of data by hacking into Google and Yahoo's data centers. Now, this program was known as Muscular, I love these names, and it targeted foreigners and U.S. citizens alike. But a lot of papers are focusing on one little aspect of this story. Let's take a look at Slate. Now, it was whistleblower Edward Snowden who provided the Washington Post with a presentation slide about this Muscular program. But check it out. Here it is on the computer. It kind of looks like a Post-it note. This is the presentation slide, and here's the detail that a lot of papers are focusing on, saying this could become the symbol of the NSA's disregard for digital privacy. And basically, this is someone at the NSA who was explaining just at what point they broke into Google's cloud. And they had a little smiley face here, a symbol of their victory over Google.
Okay, perhaps it will become that theme, particularly now Flo suggested it. Going back to that Hollywood theme, another cartoon in China Daily about the NSA spying.
That's right. It's still Halloween, not Hollywood.
Hollywood, yeah.
Basically, according to this cartoon, the NSA is snooping everywhere, and it's even in this jack-o'-lantern because, of course, today is Halloween. Happy Halloween, Stuart.
Same to you.
Now, according to an article in Panorama, Panorama is an Italian magazine, the NSA is even spying, or even spied, on the Pope. Now, this is according to a document, once again, from whistleblower Edward Snowden that Panorama got their hands on. And according to Panorama, the Great American Ear, as it calls the NSA, was eavesdropping on the telephone calls from many bishops and cardinals at the Vatican during the conclave, where they chose the successor of Benedict XVI, of course, Francis I. Now, according to this document, a certain Archbishop, George Mario Bergoglio, was among the people who were being spied on. And that, of course, is Pope Francis. But according to this article in Time, the NSA has forcefully denied all this.
Maybe the US knew who the Pope was before they did. Speaking of the Pope, he's on a list of the most powerful people in the world.
That's right. This is Forbes' list of the most powerful people in the world. Pope Francis is number 4. He's right behind the Chinese President Xi Jinping, who's behind Barack Obama, who is behind number 1, Vladimir Putin. And that's what's incredible about this year's list, is that Barack Obama is not number 1. It's his, rival, I guess you could say, Vladimir Putin. It's Putin's hour, according to this article in The Independent. These lists, of course, are subjective, but The Independent points out they're very fun. So other people on the list are Angela Merkel, she's number 5, Kim Jong-un, surprising, number 47, and a man named Joaquin Guzman Loera. He's the world's most powerful drug trafficker. He's number 67. And at the very bottom of the list is you, Stuart, of course.
Thank you. So what, the whole world is listed above me?
Not the whole world, just the important people.
Yeah. Thanks, Flo. Flo with the French international papers on France 24. I'll get her back in a minute. Coming up for you, the latest, of course, on the hostages that they've returned here to France and the debate over whether there was a ransom paid, plus how the record for the number of Poles who moved out of Poland to the rest of Europe could soon be broken again. We look at why people are still moving away, despite Poland's relatively stable economy. That's in the next half hour on France 24.